The sales leader for this month is Mito again. Let's all stay focused and keep up the hard work.
I'm Shinya Fuyuki. I'm a 25-year-old sales associate working at the Kyoto Station branch of the major select shop, Nora Rouge. Everyone's met their quotas again this month, and the store's sales are rising. I'd say things are going very well. Well, I'm number one again this month. Meanwhile, you barely exceeded your quota. Looks like there's a big gap between us now. His name is Taiga Mito. He's my colleague, and he almost always tops the sales ranking every month. However, his personality is quite problematic, as you can see. Well, with your unimpressive academic background, it'll be tough for you to follow a career path like mine. Ah, as expected, Mito. The store's sales are improving too, so let's keep doing our best next month. Well, that's as long as you don't drag us down, of course. Haha. Mito, I acknowledge your skills, but you should stop pressuring customers to buy. There was a complaint last month too. You should focus more on building a relationship of trust with the customers. Huh? Oh, come on. Are you sulking because you lost? That's so lame.
Mito-senpai, why don't you leave it at that?
The one who intervened with a voice like a ringing bell was Rin Kitahara. She's quiet and reliable, and the junior colleague I'm closest with at work. When she first joined, I was her mentor.
I've heard most of the story, but in terms of academic background, you're no different from Shinya-san, are you?
Mito continues to back away as Rin presses on, her words sharp as blades.
Besides, weren't you reprimanded by the manager about your customer service attitude the other day? I don't think you're in a position to worry about others.
Ugh, fine. Kitahara, there's no benefit in associating with that guy, okay? Mito left the scene glaring at us. Sorry, Rin, I didn't mean to worry you.
Don't worry about it. But Shinya-san, you're too nice.
That's not really my intention, though.
Well, whatever. Anyway, I'm always on your side, Shinya-san.
Rin. I was saved by Rin today. I may not get along with Mito, but I think I'm blessed with good colleagues and customers. Maybe I really can't change Mito after all.
Ciao, my beloved little brother.
Sis, I don't think many people still use that greeting. This is my sister, Mao Fuyuki. She produces the brand Blau Crow, which fuses rock and fashion.
Don't nitpick. Your beautiful sister came to see you. Hurry up and entertain me.
Alright, please come in. So, what brings you here today?
What? Does a big sister need a reason to visit her cute little brother?
You wouldn't just come for that. I know how busy you are, sis. Magazine features, collaborations with popular influencers. The brand is expanding and gaining popularity.
Hey, I have something to discuss with you. Why don't you come work for me? We're opening new stores and are severely understaffed.
So that's what you're here for. It's not that I'm against it. But when I think about the customers and colleagues like Rin I've met at my current store, it's not an easy decision. Besides, I also have a promise with the manager, so let me think it over for a bit.
Ooh, Shinya, you traitor!
Huh? It's not like I need a reason, but my boyfriend ditched me, and even my subordinates won't join me for drinks.
And in the end, I'm a woman who's even abandoned by her only little brother!
I haven't even turned you down yet. I'm seriously considering it.
Really? That's my brother. So reliable. Well then, I'll be going. Good night, my brother.
Sis, it's not even night yet. Before I could stop her, she had run off. Looking back now, it was all an act from the start. She probably got dumped because she's too intense. And her coworkers won't drink with her because her drinking habits are terrible. But still, she's always taken care of me in place of our working parents. I guess I can't complain. So that's the situation. I'm still undecided though. The next day, I talked to the manager about what happened last night.
I see. You did mention before that you wanted to build up your skills here and eventually help your sister with her business. You've done more than enough. You fulfilled your promise to me as well.
Thank you, manager. The manager smiled, as if pushing me forward, saying the rest was up to me. Yes, thank you for everything. With the manager and Rin here, I hope you'll continue to visit us. Huh, are you still trying to butter up the customers even now? Just hurry up and quit, you useless fool. I decided to leave, saying goodbye to each customer. Naturally, Mito mocked me for doing something pointless. What I didn't expect was for Rin to cry right in front of me. She was never good at expressing her emotions. She used to be bad at customer service and looked gloomy back then. It seems she still appreciates how I helped her back then. I've been saved by Rin in various ways too, though. A little over a month since the career change, I was getting to know the customers and enjoying fulfilling days. If you're looking for a matching set for a couple, this hoodie is a good choice. There's also a black one for your boyfriend. With your height, these pants will look great on you too.
He's amazing! In such a short time, he's finished analyzing our customer base and is perfectly anticipating their needs with tailored suggestions. He's not thinking that much. He just likes it. He enjoys seeing people enjoy fashion. Oh! Shinya, good work.
Thank you, Kikuka-san. She's Kikuka Tojo, a former reader model who gained charismatic popularity in mature Gare fashion magazines. She's also a close friend of my sister from their vocational school days. Together, they launched a brand and now work as models and sales associates.
Are you done for the day? Big sis will treat you, so let's go for a drink.
But I still have some of my sister's work. I might be able to help with something.
Don't worry about it. Just leave that workaholic alone. Let's go!
Kikuka-san, I haven't even packed my stuff yet. Kikuka wasted no time in pulling me along, wrapping her arm around my neck. There's something about Kikuka-san. She's a woman I can't compete with in a different way from my sister. Kikuka-san brought me to a luxury bar in a Kyoto hotel. Sitting here in such a stylish place with a beautiful former model, I feel so out of place.
Well then, cheers to another day of hard work. Kanpai!
Cheers!
So, Shinya, you're not interested in having your own brand? You seem like the dependable type suited for management.
I'm not cut out for it. You need to be someone with nerves of steel like my sister.
That's true about Mao. She needs to get her heart hair lasered off at a salon.
If she did that, who'd be running the business? Haha. What about you, Kikuka-san? Are you interested in management?
I'm not interested either. I like being in the spotlight. And besides, I want to be close to the customers.
Drinking with Kikuka-san is fun. I thought I was pretty much a workaholic, but she's on another level.
Maybe it's the alcohol. I'm getting a little hot.
Yeah. If we keep drinking, it might affect us tomorrow. Maybe it's time to call it a night. Though a bit reluctant to leave, we paid the bill. I insisted on paying for my share, even if it seemed like a childish pride to Kikuka-san. One day after work, Kikuka-san and I were summoned to the back room by my sister.
Okay, listen up. You two know why you're sitting here, right?
We exchanged glances, but we had no clue whatsoever.
Big sis feels left out because you two have been so close lately. Honestly, I'm lonely.
Her bluntness was so over the top that we were left speechless.
Therefore, I'm going to hold the first Blau Crow Autumn Leaf viewing in Arashiyama. Yay! Clap, 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 hooray! What do you mean, therefore?
Let it go, Kikuka-san. This is just how she is.
The autumn leaves are beautiful. The timing was perfect. Yep, as expected of me. Well, it's true that we were able to come thanks to you. Hey, Shinya, let's take a picture.
The autumn colors of Arashiyama in late November are still in full bloom. They say you can enjoy the scenery until early December. The townscape will become even more beautiful as we approach evening. I'm looking forward to seeing their happy faces.
So, Shinya, what are our plans for later?
Despite organizing the event, my sister left all the planning to me and asked that question. Well, for now, let's take a break somewhere quiet before we continue exploring. Tonight, we'll rest at Murasaki no Yu in the Nakajima district. The view of Arashiyama from there is lovely.
Oh, as expected of my little brother, a classic plan with a good amount of flexibility.
Not sure if that's a compliment or not. Ignoring my response, my sister began whispering something to Kiko-san.
I'm creating this opportunity for you. Make sure you don't mess it up. What? You've got to be kidding me.
I couldn't hear what my sister was saying, but they seemed to start arguing about something. I figured she must have said something ridiculous again. Come on, you two, let's get going.
This is exactly the kind of moment you say, I'm glad I was born.
That sounds more like something you'd say after soaking in the hot springs.
But looking at Kyoto with the autumn leaves and the setting sun, I feel the same way too. Don't you think so?
Yes, I do. And I'm glad I could come here with you, Kiko-san.
It's getting hot, even though it's almost December. I think I'll go ahead and take a dip in the hot springs.
Kiko's body trembled at the voice that suddenly came from behind.
You're so clueless. Oops, sorry. Well then, I'll take my leave. The rest is up to you two young ones.
Sister. Blushing, Kika and I were left embarrassed by my sister's teasing grin. Just then.
Oh well, look who it is. If it isn't the baggage boy, Fuyuki.
I turned sharply toward the familiar voice and saw Taiga Mito grinning at me. Of all the people to run into here.
It's been a while. Did you manage to find a new job? With a lousy education like yours, even in fashion, finding a new gig must have been tough, huh?
Rin started to step forward, but I stopped her with a look, smiling as if to say it was fine. Thanks, Mito. Thanks to you, I found a great place to work. It seemed Mito had just now noticed the two women standing behind me and froze.
Mao, Fuyuki, and Kikuka Tojo? So that means Shinya-san's new workplace is Blau Crow? Correct, my dear. I'm Shinya Senior, Kikuka Tojo. And that one over there is our representative and Shinya's sister, Mao Fuyuki. Hey! What do you mean, that one over there? Fuyuki? So that's what it was.
It's not often that I run into both of you in a place like this. Shinya was a former colleague of mine. I taught him everything he knows.
Mito's brazen lies rolled off his tongue so easily that it drained me of any urge to argue back.
Even if you're his family, teaching him must have been exhausting, right? I gave it my all to train him. The natural gap between us. Well, anyway, you ladies can forget about that uneducated fool and hang out with me instead.
Mito reached out to grab my sister's hand. Hey, don't touch her! Mito was startled by my voice and stumbled back. Mito, if you lay a hand on my sister or Kika-san, I won't forgive you.
Well, what's your problem? Some uneducated fool like you is acting all high and mighty.
Shinya's incompetent? You should question your own judgment if you can't see his abilities. That's right. Haven't your store sales increased since Shinya joined?
Yeah, the revenue did go up. That's because of competent salespeople like me.
Laughing loudly, Mito stood up. Rin looked at him in disbelief and spoke up.
Senpai's sales are a result of the trust Shinya-san painstakingly built with customers. What are you talking about?
What do you mean by that, Kitahara? That's just unacceptable.
Senpai only thought about his own benefit, while Shinya-san prioritized customers' benefit above all else.
Rin went on to explain how much I valued helping customers enjoy their clothes. If a new customer came in, I'd stay late to get to know their preferences, even noting down things mentioned in casual conversation. Even if it meant lower profit margins, I'd seek out the items that best suited the customer's requests.
It's because of the trust Shinya-san built that the customers bought even the items Senpai forcefully recommended. How much Shinya-san's present meant to us, the staff and the customers. that you still don't understand. Senpai, you really don't see anything around you, do you? It's about you stop obsessing over your academic complex and start facing reality.
Rin spoke plainly, and Mito grimaced as if in pain. Incidentally, his university and mine both had an average rating of about 50. Mine was just slightly lower.
Shut up! I could have gotten into a national university if things had gone my way. Don't lump me in with them. That's why I'm better, and my sales are proof of my skills. Isn't that right, you guys?
Mito looked at my former coworkers. Since Rin was here, it was clear that this trip was likely a Nora Rouge company trip. It was the same time of year when I used to come on these trips as well.
Even without Fuyuki's help, my top performance remains undisputed. Isn't that right?
No matter how much Mito glared, nobody stood with him in agreement.
Enough! You'll all realize soon that the store's success depends on me.
We watched in silence as Mito angrily stomped off.
I'm speechless with disbelief. Well, let's go to the hot springs and drink some Fukushimi sake to change our mood. Shinya-san,
Rin, thank you for saying all that. It meant a lot to know you look up to me.
It's nothing. I just... Oh? Oh my. This is... I see.
Afterward, I exchanged some light words with Rin and my former coworkers, and we each headed to our respective destinations. Several days later, Mito eagerly headed to the back room after being called by the store manager.
The manager called me in. It must be my promotion. About time. I'm obviously on a different level from everyone else here. I can't stay stuck in this place full of incompetence forever. Excuse me.
Mito, there's something important I need to tell you today.
I already know. Tokyo? Osaka or Nagoya will be fine too.
Hold on, what are you talking about?
What do you mean? My promotion, of course. I'll excel wherever you send me.
That's not it. Why would you think that?
What do you mean? With my results, a promotion should be expected by now, right?
The problem is precisely with your approach. Do you remember being warned about your attitude towards customers before? We received more complaints about your overly aggressive sales tactics.
With all due respect, that's just a part of working in sales. I just had the misfortune of encountering a few difficult customers. You shouldn't criticize a top performer like me over a few minor complaints.
The manager slapped a stack of papers on the desk, and Mito collapsed to the floor, trembling and pale-faced. Most of these complaints were handled by Fuyuki, who calmed the customers down. He's always been too lenient. Well, Kitahara kept a proper record of everything. And the reason I didn't bring this up to you with you more often is because Fuyuki asked me to give you a chance.
What?
It's true he contributed to the store's sales growth, he said, pleading me on your behalf for leniency.
That was about a year ago. I made a deal with the manager.
Even if someone's achieving good sales, having this many complaints is an issue. It's time to do something about it.
Please wait, manager. Let me be the one to talk to him. I want him to understand the importance of earning customers' trust. If he understands that, he could become a great asset to our store.
Alright, I'll leave it to you for now, Fuyuki. Fuyuki did more than enough. But you didn't see anything, did you? Since Fuyuki left, Kitahara and the other staff have been covering for you. But now, without the most trusted and beloved employee, they can't keep protecting you anymore. Mito, how you take this is up to you, but I'm not giving you any more chances.
No way.
Later, the store manager and area manager discussed Mito's case and reported to headquarters.
The only reason it didn't escalate further was thanks to Fuyuki's and the other salespeople's efforts. Aggressive sales tactics can be a criminal offense if they go too far. Do you understand that? It could be considered a violation of the Nuisance Prevention Ordinance, or even intimidation or coercion in some cases.
I'm terribly sorry.
It was fortunate that things didn't reach that point. However, Mito continued to skip work without notice, and eventually he was dismissed.
Shinya-san, good to see you.
Rin, this is a rare surprise. Did you come to shop?
Yes, I was in the neighborhood.
As we chatted, I heard about Mito from Ren. It seems his pride made the damage even worse, and he was practically a shell of his former self for a while. So, Mito didn't change, huh?
He was particularly competitive with you, Shinya-san. He probably couldn't bring himself to listen. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Kikka-san.
Oh, that's right. I'll be working here starting next week. So please take care of me, Shinya-san, Kikuka-senpai.
What?
What? I scouted her. Oh, I fell in love with her at first sight during the autumn leaf viewing. Oh, I'm straight, by the way. Mao, you...
After casting a glance at my sister, Kikka-san turned her sharp gaze toward Ren.
So, be nice to her, okay, Kikuka?
Ren remains unfazed by Kikka's increasingly intense glare, while Mao can't hold back her laughter. When my sister makes that face, she's definitely up to no good. Still, I'm genuinely happy that Ren will be joining us. My dream is for people all over the world to enjoy fashion. I'm not sure if our paths will lead to the same place, though. But right now, my sister, Kikka-san, and Ren are all on board on this ship together. I couldn't be more excited. Do you too have a dream you're chasing, even if it's still a little hazy? Is there someone you want to share that dream with?
The General Affairs Department Administrative Division, known as the company's backwater. There's never any work that lasts past noon here. Having finished my tasks in the morning, I was, as usual, lounging at my desk. What lousy weather. Looks like it might rain. Looking at the sky like this brings back memories. I don't mean to say that my old wounds ache or anything sentimental like that. Those have long faded away. It's just that on that day, the day I was kicked out of the sales department, it was also cloudy. That was 3 years ago, the day the major contract I'd spent nearly a year setting up got scrapped. Memories of frustration and helplessness. Above all, the humiliation of being blamed for everything. Maybe I should have just pretended to repent and taken the blame. But there was no way I could do that. Because I knew that the reason the contract fell through was because of my rival, Daigo Hino. But the sales manager, Kusunoki, blamed me alone. It's your fault the contract got scrapped. I only explained to the client what we could and couldn't do. That's what I'm saying is the problem. You need to be more flexible, like Hino. That's not being honest to the development team. I remember Hino smirking on the side. In the end, since I didn't show any sign of remorse, I got transferred to the General Affairs Department's Administrative Division. By then, I didn't even have the energy to appeal to higher-ups. Yugami, how about some tea? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, Sugihara-san. Well, thanks to that, I can shamelessly collect my salary while slacking off. It's not all bad. Rather, it might even be better this way, I think, as I leisurely sip the delicious tea Sugihara made for me. Oh, by the way, starting tomorrow, a new employee will be joining us, so be sure to look after them. Poor thing, whatever they did, congratulations on officially exiting the rat race. They've got a bit of a story. Could you show them the ropes? Anyone sent here has some baggage. Ah, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Haruto Yugami, 29, currently enjoying my slacker lifestyle. And then, the next day...
I'm Luca Mararame. I've transferred from the Development Department System 3 Division. Please guide me and show me the ropes.
I couldn't quite hide my bewilderment at the sight of someone so young and energetic. I never thought they'd send someone like this. So, what did you do to get assigned here?
Well, I didn't really do anything. Actually, I ended up here because I couldn't do anything, you could say.
I see. Sounds like they considered you useless as a developer. But in that case, not having any weird pride should make it easier for you to fit in. Well then, I'll show you the ropes. The major task is coordinating with cleaning contractors, but we'll get to that later. Your daily duties include cleaning areas the contractors miss, taking care of the office plants, and managing inventory for supplies like pens and copy paper. That's it.
Is that all?
Pretty much. So in the afternoon, you can space out, read the newspaper, or browse the internet on your laptop.
No way! What about work?
There isn't any.
That's not fair. If that's the case, I'll never get promoted.
Being sent here means promotion is a far-off dream. Get used to it quickly, or it'll mess with your head. Well, for today, just sit up your desk and we'll start work tomorrow. After that, I took Madarame-san around to explain the cleaning spots. You only need to water the plants occasionally. Too much can actually harm them. By the way, this one's called Pachiran, and the one at my desk is Gajumaru. Pachiran came here last year and...
Pachi? What? Gajuma?
My hobby is taking care of office plants, and I found myself getting a bit carried away introducing them. At that moment... What's going on? I thought I heard some noise, but it's just you. You got me from General Affairs. The voice interrupting me belonged to Hino, whose very tone was grating. My lifted spirits rapidly sank. It's Hino. What was that? Did you just click your tongue? No. You little...
Is he a friend of yours?
Not a chance. There's no way someone as ugly as him could be my friend. He's just an old colleague. Oh, really? You've gotten pretty twisted, huh? Didn't you used to talk about honesty and all that? I still believe in that, but if I'm warped, it's thanks to someone. After all, my values have changed, so go ahead and keep making money to support us, Ace Hino. You little... Listen here, you're down there because you lost to me. No matter what you say, you'll never go back to the sales department or get back on the promotion track. Yeah, just go out there and rake in the cash, Ace. Hino stormed off after another, you little... Sorry about that, let's continue.
Yugami-san?
Ignoring the old pain in my heart, I resumed the tour.
Yugami-san, is it really okay to be free in the afternoon?
When lunchtime ended and free time officially began, Madarame-san asked me timidly. When I nodded, she hesitantly took a laptop from her bag and spread it on her desk. That's a programming textbook, huh? She pulled out several thick books from her bag and struggled to read through them, occasionally groaning. The next day and the day after, Madarame-san continued studying programming. It didn't seem like she liked it much. All the books she had were for beginners. She must have been concentrating pretty hard because she looked exhausted by quitting time every day. Hey, Madarame-san, even if you work that hard, you won't get back to your old department.
I know, but maybe, just maybe.
She probably hadn't fully grasped reality yet. Before long, she'd likely lose motivation. But even after 2 weeks, Madarame-san kept up her programming studies. Curious, I went around behind her to observe.
Ugh, it's not working, why?
You're not reading the error message. The lambda expression is incorrect.
Huh? Yugami-san? You've been there this whole time? Wait, did you just give me advice? Yugami-san, you know programming?
Well, a little, yeah. It wasn't until after I answered that I realized I might have said too much.
Please teach me programming. No, teach me work.
Huh? Where did that come from?
I want to get promoted no matter what.
I almost nodded unconsciously, but reconsidered and shook off her hand. No, even if I help you, you won't return to your old department or get promoted. False hope is the cruelest thing. But for once, Sugihara-san spoke up. It's not impossible. The development department is always shorthanded. If you're a competent programmer, they'll want you back. How is someone from admin supposed to prove they're competent? The company programming contest, perhaps. I was taken aback. The company's programming contest is an annual event run by the development department. But that's... You can participate regardless of department. It just needs approval from a manager or higher. Sugihara anticipated the question and added, Of course, I'll approve. In the end, I reluctantly agreed to help Madarame-san with her studies. But given that she was a programmer incompetent enough to get transferred, it might not amount to much. However, as we progressed, those thoughts dissipated. She wasn't as slow as I'd expected. This feels like she just got assigned a teacher who wasn't suited for the role. When dealing with genius types who struggle socially, they might give up, thinking, I don't understand why you don't get this. There are quite a few programmers like that, and maybe that's why Madarame-san, who's more of an effort type, didn't mesh well.
Yugami-san, you used to be in sales, right? Why are you so knowledgeable about programming?
Well, I didn't want to be one of those salespeople who say, yes, we can, without knowing what they're talking about. I believed that understanding programming was necessary to be a sincere salesperson. In fact, that belief put me in the top 1 or 2 among the younger staff.
So, why did you, someone so competent, end up transferred?
It's a simple story. I botched a major contract. Whether a deal succeeds or fails comes down to mutual trust and understanding. That's what I believe. At that time, I'd spent a lot of time explaining to the client what we could and couldn't do. The contract was practically within reach, or so I thought. But then I got hit by a new virus and had to take about 2 weeks off. During that time, Hino, who was competing for the top spot, stepped in as my substitute. And he told the client we could do anything and everything. He destroyed the shared understanding we'd built. By the time I got back, it was too late. The client's demands had skyrocketed. I desperately tried explaining what we could and couldn't do again, but to the client, it just seemed like our response kept changing depending on who they spoke to. Ultimately, we lost their trust and the contract was canceled. That's how I ended up getting chewed out by the manager. But looking back now, maybe Hino was right as a salesperson. I got transferred and he's still walking tall as a top salesman.
That's not true.
Suddenly, Madarame-san leaned forward.
I heard that the large project System 2 is handling is starting to fall apart. It's because irresponsible salespeople keep pushing impossible demands. Salespeople who exhaust the team have no justification.
Talking big for someone still green.
Ugh!
So, why are you so fixated on being a programmer? You don't seem to enjoy it or be particularly suited for it.
Well, I'm a nepotism hire.
Finally, I understood what Sugihara-san meant by someone with a story. For nepotism hires, the General Affairs Department can serve as a place of protection rather than punishment. It's a safe haven where they can bide their time until they retire or get married.
I was about to be pushed into an arranged marriage, but I didn't want that, so I ran away. If I can't become independent, they'll definitely take me back. My parents probably won't approve if I stay a regular employee. At least I need to become a supervisor or assistant manager. So I chose a technical position, where promotions are relatively quick due to seniority.
I see. That's why you're so determined to get promoted. Now I understood. And, to my surprise, I felt a bit more motivated. Well then, you'd better give it your all in the company programming contest. By the way, about that arranged marriage, are you actually a well-off lady?
My father's hobby is collecting luxury cars.
Oh! I decided to pretend I didn't hear that. Half a year passed, and the company programming contest arrived. The contest used a cloud service that provides a testing platform. Well, just stay calm. It's fine to skip any questions you don't know.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Madarame-san wasn't in perfect shape, but we'd done everything we could. Her results shouldn't be disastrous. Contrary to my expectations, Madarame-san's results placed her in the top 30% of the company. At the cafeteria, where we came for a small celebration, we were shocked to find out.
No way. These results are too good to be true.
It is strange. I know you worked hard, but at best, I thought you'd be mid-level. This seems too good.
I didn't cheat or anything. Well, it's because the top programmers in the company couldn't even participate.
A sudden voice made us turn to see Nanami Suzuki standing there. She's my peer and a supervisor in the Development Department System 3 Division. Unlike sales, the hierarchy here is relaxed.
Luka-chan, you took the contest too. You did a great job. Nanami-senpai, thank you. But what do you mean by not even being able to participate?
You two seem close. Now that I think about it, Madarame-san was also from System 3.
Well, right now, System 2's project is such a mess that teams are being mobilized across divisions for damage control. Almost all the top programmers are working on that. Ugh, even I've been pulled in and stayed up all night.
She's subtly implying she's among the top.
That's right. Nanami-senpai, you're so cool!
Just then, another figure approached. It's Yugami from General Affairs. What's this, a reunion? I don't recall inviting you. I don't want to see you either. What's General Affairs doing in the cafeteria? You're spoiling my meal.
Excuse me?
His words, filled with smugness, were abruptly cut off by a low voice, freezing the air.
What's with that arrogant tone? We're practically killing ourselves cleaning up the mess you caused with your careless, yes we can sales tactic.
Shut up! If it weren't for me, you'd have no work in the first place. Arrgh.
Do you have any idea how much manpower, resources, and money have gone into fixing this mess? How many of your deals worth of profit have been blown up? Or maybe we're even looking at long-term loss. If you ask me, you're the real burden on the company. We're planning to hold sales accountable this time, so be prepared.
Damn it! You'll pay for this! After being driven away by an irate Suzuki, Hino hurriedly fled.
So Hino was the one handling that messed up project. Ugh, that's right. Everyone in development wants to strangle him. This project is big, and the issues have spread, but we've already been pushed to the limit with his smaller projects.
Well, in any case, if that's the situation, then your ranking makes sense.
But if the top contenders didn't participate, then being in the top 30% doesn't really mean much, right? No. This is a big achievement. You never could have ranked this high before.
That's true. You should be proud of your hard work.
The development department is short-staffed everywhere right now, so it won't be long before you're back for real.
After saying that, Suzuki quickly finished her meal and returned to the battlefield. Soon after, as Suzuki had said, Madarame-san received the order to return to the development department.
Thank you so much.
There, don't cry. It's all because of your hard work.
It's all thanks to you, Yugami-san.
Yugami-kun, Madarame-san, great job. You both worked hard. And so, Madarame-san left the General Affairs Department. With that, my role was complete. You look lonely. You should have taken the programming contest too, Yugami-kun. No, I'm not interested in returning to the Development Department. Still thinking about sales? Well, I found myself at a loss for words. The days spent working alongside Madarame-san had reawakened something inside me. I guess I can't hide it from you, Sugihara-san. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't any lingering attachment. But there's no way I'll ever go back to sales. You never know. There could be an opportunity. That'd be nice, I thought, uncharacteristically. A few days later, I was summoned to Executive Director Sakuma's office via her secretary. I had no idea why, and I wondered if I was finally getting laid off. This is Yugami from General Affairs.
Come in.
Upon entering, I saw Executive Director Sakuma and Madarame-san. Before I could wonder why, Sakuma started speaking.
It seems my niece was a great help to you. Thank you for everything.
So the Executive Director is Madarame-san's connection. Oh no, I didn't really do anything.
Well, we just so happened to be reinvestigating the case that led to your transfer.
Oh?
I can't give you a timeline, but the investigation is almost finished. Let me say this. Your name and position will be restored.
Really? Thank you! Madarame-san, thank you too! Just then, there was a knock at the door.
They're here. Come in.
The people who walked in were Sales Manager Kusunoki and Hino, both looking serious.
Kusunoki-san, do you have something to say to him?
I'm sorry, Yugami. Back then, I thought your approach was reducing the number of contracts and gross profit. If I'd been more perceptive, maybe the current development department issues could have been avoided. It's all my fault. Sales also needs to be honest with internal staff. That was a perspective I lacked. I can't make any excuses.
Even if you apologize now, my 3 years won't come back. However, if you understand what I was saying, I hope you'll sincerely apply it moving forward.
And now for the main issue. Hino, you're suspected of intentionally meddling with the contract. As you know, the deal was important to our company. If you deliberately sabotaged it, that's embezzlement.
No! I just did my usual sales pitch.
That contract was practically a done deal. just waiting for the papers to be signed. We also have the email records of the handover. You knew there was a difference in sales styles. So why would you go out of your way to disrupt it?
Well, Hino fell silent. Yes, if that deal had gone through, I would have received a large share of the points. The answer was clear.
Stay home and wait for further notice.
At Sakuma's cold words, Hino slumped momentarily before turning to glare at me. Why? Why are you the only one who gets rewarded? I worked my ass off to get contracts, so why am I not getting recognized? Because you've never done anything with real integrity. Didn't you hear what the manager just said? Sales should also be honest with internal staff. Sales doesn't end when you secure a contract. There's a whole process afterward. If you keep doing selfish, short-sighted deals, you'll never get the recognition you're after. There was no rebuttal from Hino. It felt like my way of doing things had been validated. Something that had been festering inside me for years suddenly broke free, and I felt like I was on the verge of tears. After that, Hino was accused of intentional contract interference, facing charges of embezzlement. Even if he didn't face criminal penalties, he would still be liable for damages. Considering his responsibility for the failed project, staying with the company wasn't an option. Additionally, Kusunoki took responsibility and accepted a demotion, planning to restart as a regular sales employee. He's also studying hard for next year's company programming contest. So this is the kind of work the development department handles. Meanwhile, the development department finally managed to get the floundering project back on track. The rules were revised to ensure impossible promises couldn't be made by sales, with penalties for violations. Being honest, even with internal colleagues, it turned out to be crucial after all. As for me, I was able to return to the sales department right after. Madarame-san seems to be doing well in the development department too. She always has stories whenever we meet in the cafeteria.
Today, Nanami-senpai praised me for the first time doing a code review.
She talks about it like a child telling their parents about school. So, is everything okay at home?
About that. It turns out it wasn't really an arranged marriage.
She explained that her parents had suggested the match because they were worried that she hadn't even had a first crush by the time she reached college. However, the lack of communication from her parents and her own strong belief that it was an arranged marriage had led to the misunderstanding.
My aunt had known everything all along and took me in for the experience as a cooling off period. After she encouraged me to talk to my parents, the misunderstanding was cleared up. She really helped out with both my family and you, Yugami-san. And when I told my parents I'd fallen in love with someone at the company, they decided to support me.
I see. That's great. Wait, someone you like? Luca looked pleased when I reacted for some reason.
Oh, so you do care.
Well, as a former colleague, I'd at least be curious about the person.
It's you, Yugami-san.
Before I could mumble my way out, Madarame-san said it clearly.
Could you go on a date with me this weekend? How about a botanical garden?
Yes, gladly. And on Saturday, after I confessed my feelings, we began dating. A year later, I got promoted. And the year after that, we became a married couple.